So then guys, in 2026, we are going to be getting the likes of the brand new MacBook Pro, M5 Pro and M5 Max. And I for one am super excited to see what these new chips are going to give us in performance wise. So today I want to tell you all the details about these chips and also the new MacBook Pros that these are going inside. But first of all, quick little history lesson of where we are with the MacBook Pro. So back in 2024, the end of it, we actually got an update to the MacBook Pros with the likes of the M4 Pro and also the likes of the M4 Max. These gave us some great speedy enhancements, especially also in the GPU kind of area of these actual chips. But nothing really changed with the design of the MacBook Pros per se. But then in 2025, and just not that long ago, we also got the debut of the M5 standard chip. And this also got put inside of the 14-inch MacBook Pro. So we now have that as an option. But we didn't get the M5 Pro and the M5 Max also come out at the same time. So a lot of you guys are wondering what is going on, when are we going to get it? So that's what we're going to discuss today. So first of all, I want to get something clear straight away. That is that when we get the M5 Pro and the M5 Max MacBook Pros, the design is not going to change on what we have right now. The current design, what's been around since 2021, is not going to change one bit. So you're going to get exactly the same silver, also space black kind of options, mini LED display, all the same ports and everything like that. The main thing which is going to be changed inside the MacBook Pros for the 14 and the 16 inch is literally the chipsets put inside of it. And that is going to be obviously the M5 Pro and also the M5 Max. And today we're going to stick along with the M5 Max, and I'm going to give you even more details of what the potential power and cores we are going to get with it. So with that then, let's get started then, and let's have a look then what the M4 Max gives us right now. So the M4 Max gives us up to a 16-core CPU, what is super powerful. Now inside of that 16-core CPU, we have 4 efficiency cores, and then the remainder are all performance cores. So that means we have 12 performance cores. So this is super powerful. And then for the GPU cores, well, we can go up to 40 of them. So again, that is also really powerful as well. Now there is also a bin down version what you can pick from, was a little bit cheaper, but that is what you get with the full power with the M4 Max. But for the M5 Max, things could be changing a little bit here. Apple always like to add in a few more cores in every generation. So most likely what we're going to get for the M5 Max this time for the CPU is up to 18 cores with it this time. Again, this would still be 4 efficiency cores, but we could actually get 14 performance cores inside of it. And this would be absolutely awesome to have inside of a MacBook Pro. Obviously, there'll be a bin down version. It will probably be a 16-core CPU option with that too, so that will be there, but obviously that'll be 4 efficiency cores and 12 performance cores. But obviously these will be clocked up a little bit faster than what we had with the M4 Max inside of it. But then for the GPU cores, things again could change. We could actually get up to 42 cores this time round inside of it. So 2 more extra cores again. And then the bin down version, well, that could be up to 34 cores with it. But then the next question you guys are probably going to be asking about is what I say about benchmarks. What about, say, Geekbench? Well, using what we've got from the M5 and what kind of performance strengths we've got from that, and also from what we know from the M4 Pro and the M4 Max, and seeing, say, the past evolution of how speed has increased, we can kind of semi-predict of what the score will be. It's not going to be the exact score, but it will be close to this. Have a look at this chart right here. So on this chart, what I'm showing you is I'm showing you the M4 Max and also the M5 Max, both the binned and unbinned version. And as you can see in single core performance, we got around about 3,850 to 3,880 on kind of the single core performance for the M4 Max, you know, both the unbinned and the binned version. But for the M5 Max, what we're most likely going to see is around about a score of about probably 4,130 or so, maybe slightly more than this. Like I said, this is like a worst case kind of scenario, I would say, for the binned and unbinned version. So this is definitely an increase there, what is really awesome to see. But then obviously the thing that you guys want to see is multi-core performance. What will we see here? Well, you can see here with the M4 Max with the unbinned and the binned version. So let's talk about the binned version. You can see we got a score of around about 23,000 or just under that, 22,900 high there. And then obviously the unbinned version, the full fat M4 Max, well, we saw that we got a score over 25,200. So yeah, that was really powerful. But you can see then for the M5 Max, things are looking pretty cool here. So we're going to get for the bin down version, probably a score of around about 29,600, almost 30,000. What is super impressive compared to the binned version of the M4 Max. But then have a look at the unbinned, the full fat version. We will go past the 30,000 mark and we will get a score of around about 33,200. What is super impressive to see inside of the MacBook Pro. Like I'll say again, these scores are not exactly what we get, but using AI and things to help out, this is kind of a gauge mark of what the score is potentially going to be close to. Like I said, it might be about 100 or so out here in the multi-core performance, and then it'll just be a little bit out there in single core performance. But that is unbelievable what we're going to get there. So then guys, just quickly, I want to tell you about two things. First of all, I've got my own product coming out this month in November time, and the video is coming out fairly soon, giving you more information about it. And the great news is, for quite a few of you out there, this product is actually going to be absolutely free for you to get your hands on. So yeah, more information coming about that soon. But the other thing I want to tell you about is the giveaway we are doing for an iPhone 17 Pro Max in mid-January time 2026. This is an international giveaway. And the great thing is about this is that because it's an international giveaway, this iPhone 17 Pro Max even has a physical SIM card slot. Because I know some countries out there, you don't take eSIMs at the moment. So that is a cool thing to actually have there. But to enter into this giveaway for this iPhone, all you have to do is just two things. The first thing you have to do is just put down into the comments below of what technology gear you're hoping to get maybe before the end of 2025 or even into early 2026. Put it down into the comments below right now. Now, the other thing what you need to do for part two is what you need to do is make sure that you check out the video what I'll be posting around about mid-January time. Now, in this video, I'll be giving you more details about the giveaway, including inside of it when I'll be doing the live stream, and also I'll be giving you a form to fill into for the giveaway. So the best thing you can do right now is make sure that you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell, because you won't want to miss out on that video and all that information. Plus, you want to be a subscriber too, because obviously I'm giving this away to one lucky subscriber. Now, the last thing I just want to quickly say to you guys is that sadly there are still lots of scammers and spammers out there. People still impersonating me, sending you to WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram direct message. Please do ignore these people. Best you can see right here. Please do report them. So moving on from this end, the next question is release date and price. When are we going to get the M5 Pro and the M5 Max MacBook Pros? And also, what's going on with those OLED MacBook Pros? Are we going to get them this time? Well, let's answer that straight away. The answer is going to be no. If we are going to get new MacBook Pros in kind of February time or March time or January time, springtime, whatever you want to call it, no, we're not going to get the OLED displays. They're more likely to be reserved towards the end of 2026, but personally, I do believe it's going to be in 2027. The main reason is because of this leak, what you can see right here, what shows us code of macOS Tahoe, where we've been told that it's probably going to be version 26.3 when we are going to get that update inside of it where we're going to get the new MacBook Pros with the M5 Pro and the M5 Max. Now, we're still on the betas right now for 26.2. We're not even touched 26.3 yet. Most likely 26.2 is probably going to come out in the very early part of the new year in 2026. So with that then, most likely the new MacBook Airs are probably also going to come along very similar to that time, because we've been told in the code that is where they're going to be released. But for the next version, for macOS 26.3, most likely we're going to be talking about February or March time. That's going to be released as software, but then obviously we're going to have to get those new versions of the new MacBooks to come out. So I'm going to be saying probably March or April time is when it's most likely we're going to get the release of these new MacBook Pros. So just be aware of that. Now, because of this is why I think that, you know, if we were going to get, say, OLED MacBook Pros, they would come out, say, the latest November 2026. We are talking, you know, about 8 months later. It is not unheard of Apple to do that, but personally, I think they want to leave more of a gap. And that's why I think personally an OLED MacBook Pro is probably going to come in the early part of 2027. But then next of all, for pricing. Right now, the good news is in 2025, at least the second half, all products that got refreshed by Apple, all the prices stayed the same. I'm talking about AirPods, I'm talking about iPhones, I'm talking about watches, MacBook Pro M5, you name it, iPads, they all stayed the same price in the second half of 2025, most likely in the early half of 2026, that the new MacBook Pro for the M5 Pro and the M5 Max in the 14 and 16-inch version are going to stay exactly the same with the same configurations for RAM and for storage. So I would say look up what those are if you want to actually get yourself one of these new MacBook Pros. But really, guys, that is the latest and greatest we have on the M5 Max MacBook Pro. Are you excited for it? Are you going to get one? Well, let me know in the comments below. And on that note as well, guys, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and also at the same time, if you enjoyed watching this video, please also do press the like button. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.